Hello, and welcome to our first broadcast from the quarantine zone. This week we watched Contagion.
Matt.
Mom?
No, go up to your room, honey.
So we have a virus with no treatment protocol and no vaccine at this time.
What happened to her?
Is there any way someone could weaponize the bird flu? Is that what we're looking at?
Someone doesn't have to weaponize the bird flu. The birds are doing that.
On day one, there were 2 people, and then 4, and then 16. In 3 months, it's 1 billion. That's where we're headed.
Hello. I need you to get me the names of everyone who serviced this room. It's an emergency.
It's mutated.
Contagion was 2011 movie. It's like a thriller, drama, suspense film about a virus
Disease.
that sweeps the nations.
Yeah.
Most of the nations. Several nations.
This was a grim movie to watch right now. It was awful to watch. It left me with my skin crawling, like the whole time.
Yeah, so there's like one group of people trying to figure out what happened, one group of people trying to work out the virus and trying to figure out a vaccine for it, one group of people trying to expose the truth and or make money off the situation by being underhanded and conniving. And you've got like national security people questioning if it's biological terror, and you've got civilians, right, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great cast. Great acting. Well made. What was the name of the director?
Steven Soderbergh, wasn't it?
Soderbergh, that's right. And he did Ocean's 11, and he's doing your up-and-coming Bill and Ted movie. So,
Man, I thought the only reason I really felt much in the movie was because we're in the situation we're in now.
I remember actually 2011 when this came out, and I saw it then, and it scared me then as well.
Yeah, it was a pretty slow burn, I thought, though. When it finished, my first thought was it reminded me of the monorail at Sentosa Island back in the day. Like, it's just a slow ride.
Oh yeah.
And you're just like, here's this thing, and here's this enclosure at the bird park, and then you look at where the toucans are, and then, and now we're on this side, we've got this thing. And then you say that's Matt Damon's story. So now we're watching Matt Damon's story for a bit, and it's like, oh yeah, that's pretty tragic. Because it's like a bunch of different stories all running along at the same time.
Yes.
So it's almost like the movie will suffer because there's not really a protagonist. There's just all these different people.
But there was a lot of, following people who are sick and following their hands along handrails and they're touching this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah, those were good touches. Where it showed like someone just looking into, say, a restaurant. And there's somebody like mopping up a thing with their napkin, they're wiping their face, and then there's someone else like feeding their kid, and they're like, and he's just like, and it was that like good old day. He like looks around at the restaurant, and then it cuts back to him, and he just looks horrified. In her story, is it Julianne Coulitat, the French lady, investigator lady?
Yeah,
She gets kidnapped and for
stripped.
ransom for the vaccine, right?
That's right, yeah.
When she finds out that it was all, the ones they handed over were all fake,
Yeah.
she runs off.
Where are you going?
That's it.
That's the last we saw of her.
Yeah, don't think we see her again.
Really?
Just for her story to resolve, she would have to get there and tell them it was fake. I never saw that. I don't remember that happening.
Yeah, that's right. She just sprints off, didn't she?
Yeah.
She'd done her thing.
Matt Damon's thing got resolved by they had that little prom at home, and the daughter can finally meet up with the boyfriend.
Yeah. Andrew.
That was nice. Yeah, well, that was nice though.
Go home, Andrew.
The music in this movie was awesome. I thought there were a couple of scenes where it was quite often done in a CSI fashion, where there'll be some investigation going on, be it scientific or criminal, and there'll be some music that's suddenly sort of techno-y, but a couple of them are almost like music, glitchy, virus-y sounding. The music stood out for me. There were a few scenes where it seemed to make sense, and they didn't use it all the time. A lot of the scenes there was no music when dialogue is happening.
I don't know. I kind of had the opposite thoughts, which was I once again thought it was like sort of Deus Ex tension music, which is
Oh, yeah.
a synth going.
Oh yeah.
Do.
Yeah, there might have been a bit of that.
People are walking and talking on phones while it goes.
Yeah.
There's like momentum happening. Yeah, which I always look for that now, because that seems to me like instead of hiring someone who has an orchestra and spends a long time, you just kind of go.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's a bit lazy.
It's a bit lazy. Not really many scenes where anyone really had to exert themselves acting-wise, apart from, I guess, Jason Bourne crying in the cupboard. Although people like looting and stuff, that was interesting. Like, he's walking his daughter around,
Yeah.
around to go and buy stuff.
Yeah, and
And there's just people looting everywhere.
yeah, and he gets kind of faster and faster with her, like a bit more panic,
Yeah,
like
like,
hurry
oh,
up, come
oh
on,
God.
come on, oh my God, what's
Oh
going
my
on here?
God.
Let's get out of here. What else do we learn? Wash your hands. Don't touch your face.
And stop touching your face, Dave.
Well, there's some fact in it. Fact.
That's right.
People touch their face 2,000 or 3,000 times
A day.
A day. It's 3 per waking minute or something.
That had like the best character in the movie in that scene. That real bolshy woman.
Yeah,
She
the
was
one with the
awesome.
mullet.
I was just so
You
so
wanted to hate her,
unlikable,
eh?
so unlikable straight off
Yeah.
the bat.
So it's an epidemic now. An epidemic of what?
We sent samples to the CDC.
And she came back later on as well.
Yeah, and
And she comes barreling in there again and says, who's going to pay for all this?
that scene was pretty cool. I mean, well acted. She wakes up
Oh, she's a great actress.
to realize that she's got it, and that's
Yeah. And she's
She's like
in the bathroom. No.
when she called up Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
That was real well done.
Beers?
Dr. Cheever, I think I'm sick.
What?
I don't know if I'd want to watch it again though.
Oh, God, no.
It was plotting.
I don't know. There's not enough sanitizer in the world to make me want to watch that movie again.
When you see Matt Damon and it's in this sort of grainy, harsh world, I just imagine that he's Jason Bourne.
Yeah, quite
He's
right.
wearing like the jackets, Jason Bourne paddy jackets.
If you were the daughter, you'd be pretty glad to have Jason Bourne as your dad.
All these people looting and stuff, and he didn't take them all out at all. He didn't do any of that.
Could have been a few
Lawrence
more back
Fishburne-
kicks.
Lawrence Fishburne didn't jump from one rooftop to another
Yeah.
at any time in the movie.
In terms of recommendations,
I'd say if you
don't watch this movie right now. Wait until all of this is over and then maybe watch it, but we have fallen on the sword for you.
it's not worth it. It's all right. It's not good enough to warrant the mental anguish of having to deal with
Yeah.
watching this movie about. Well, I guess it's educational in a way. It certainly made me want to wipe down all my food from the supermarket.
You want to hit this? You want to get on this? Get some of this. Have some of that. Get that on you.
Just give me this.
Give me some. Give me that. So how many biscuits out of 10 do you reckon you pay the bill? So out of the full pack of biscuits, how many would you give?
How many are in this bag of biscuits?
There are 10 or 12. There are 12 biscuits in the pack. And I mean, you don't have to give any of them away.
That was going to be the new system, wasn't it? How many biscuits out of your packet of biscuits would you be willing to part with to watch the movie?
Yeah, that's right.
And it really depends on what type of biscuits as well. But
Well, we'll say for the sake of argument, we'll say mint slice biscuits.
it's 12 in a pack of slice.
Yeah. That is chocolate coated, mint covered biscuit.
I'd probably go 4. I'd give 4 of my biscuits away.
4 biscuits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out
Okay.
of
You give it a
12.
4 biscuit out of 12.
Yeah.
4 biscuits out of the pack. That still leaves you with 8. That's pretty good.
No, maybe 5. Because the performances were good. Although the movie was plodding.
I'd give it a 7 biscuit. Pass. I'd give it more than half a pack. I'd give away more than half the pack to watch this movie.
Really?
Yeah. Because as I was watching the movie, I felt less like consuming things because they're crawling with disease. Everything. You're disgusting. You're covered. Just calm down, mate.
Oh.
Oh, I'm feeling super sanitized now. I can't. All I can smell is pure alcohol. I can see myself getting quite dependent on the sanitizer. But that's all right. We're only at day 1 of this isolation series. I'm sure the sanitizer won't run out. No, there's some left there. It's fine.
I don't think there's enough sanitizer in the world for this dirty bastard.